live. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hello. So I'm trying different what is it called? I don't know if you guys can hear me because this is the first time I'm using this software to go on live. Okay, so if you can hear me, please let me know. All right. If you can hear me, let me know because this is my first time using this software. So please comment if you can hear me. Comment. And luckily today you can actually call in. We can have 2 people or 3 people um on the screen today. So if you want anything you want to suggest, if you have anything you want to suggest on today's live, you're free. Oh, ne, dalo ne. Go have machine behind this software today. Daniela, hi. Thank you so much for joining, Daniela. Happy Sunday. Nengo brain behind this live today. Dalo ne, dalo ne, obiko dalo loud and clear. Loud and clear. So how are you guys doing? How is everyone? I don't even know. I'm cutting my tongue today because I don't know what to say. Ciao, buona domenica. Buona domenica, Gaetano. Come stai? Come stai, Valentina? I pray you over you you over smart. Thank you so much. Grazie mille. No, you had me. Hi, Lady King. Thank you for joining, cara mia. Ciao, come stai? Tutto bene? So today I have this software that you guys can join me to talk. No, we can help each other here. Everybody can, if you want to call. I don't. How do you call in? I don't know how. Wait, how can I copy the link of this share? I think love. I think is it copied? Can you write it down? How to share the link? I think share, right? Because I want to share the link of the of this so that anybody can. Sto bene, oggi sono solo a casa perché mia moglie e mia Valentino sono tornato a sud a casa di mio padre. Oh, peccato, mi dispiace. Ma ti manca loro, sì, vero? So, nne ke otu mesi wee share this thing. I think it's share, right? Let me try. Guys, if I fall my hand and if I end this live, you guys should know that I'm just trying this software. Share screen. I'm looking for where to leave copy invite. Let me check invite. Oh my god. Copy to clipboard. Okay. Copied. Okay. I think you wanna when you don't know anything in call paste. I'm trying to paste the link in case anybody wants to come up here to talk. You can easily I did it. The link is up there, so if you want to come up here you can easily click on that link to be at the screen with me today. Okay. You can do that. Okay. So guys, how are you guys doing? Thank God, finalmente Lombardia lunedì, quasi tutta Italia, non è solo Lombardia, quasi tutta Italia, siamo in zona, come si dice, in zona arancione, viva! So if you want to talk, you can click that link. I think I'll paste the link here. You can click the link to join the link I put on the screen now. You can click the link to join me at this on the screen. So we have a topic that on pending topic. I will give you I will give me a minute to arrange my device. Okay, thank you so much. Sure. And Lady King, you can actually call into I think this space we can be 3 people at the same space to talk. So you can also call in for us to discuss about our pending this topic about the election, about the party, and everything in general, and also advice. You succeeded. You see, you are smart. We got one and everything. Hello, Martina. Hi, ciao, cara. Ciao, come stai? So I'm using new software today, and I want you guys to call in today. Like, let's have general discussion where I can have two more people, like two different people here, to join me live. Let's talk about life in general and life in Italy and everything in general and your advice, whatever topic you want to talk about. And last time I remember we talked about party in Italy, so I would really love to hear more about that party for us not to make mistake while voting. Okay, I don't want to vote somebody that will throw my people away tomorrow. I'm glad. Hope you are good too. Yeah, I'm good. Sto bene. Sto scrivendo Tessina adesso perché giugno, metà giugno o fino a giugno, questa licenza media. Fino a questa licenza media a settembre, ottobre inizia un'altra scuola. So adesso my head is on fire. If I thank God for my husband. I will just finish the presentation today and sto scrivendo frutta africane. Frutta tropicale, non è frutta africana, perché frutta tropicale non è solo di africana, è quasi tutto il mondo, tutto clima tropicale, sì. So, ho fatto presentazione oggi. Magari la prossima settimana inizio a lavorare in Word. Mamma mia, non è facile, tutto in Italia, eh? So, Martina and Lady King, how do you do your Destina? Because I'm just curious, share your topic and you can share how you manage your Destina in Italian, because I'm actually curious to know as well. We are learning because sì. Sì, no, adesso sto facendo questa. You can click on the link if you don't want to type. You can always click on the link there I put on the screen to join me here. You can talk like we're having a conversation. So if you don't want to type, you don't have energy to type, you can always click on the link. Okay. I'm trying to get so you can always click. I did how to make moi moi. Really amazing. I choose different. Actually, I went to choose different. I chose about 10 frutti, più di 10, diciamo così, più di 10, ma alla fine ho scelto solo 10, perché più di 10 è troppo, perché ce l'ho solo 30 minuti per fare tutte le presentazioni a scuola. Ho scelto 10 frutti che è vicino mio cuore, vicino mio cuore, the fruit that is close to me. I was born and brought up in the village, so I chose the fruits, the tropical fruit that are close to me, the ones I ate when I was growing up, including the ones I climbed the trees and all that. So I choose that. It's kind of long, and vitamins as well. So I'm not talking about only the fruit, I choose also vitamin. So should I be the first to join? Of course, anyone can join Getano. Of course. Please just click on the link and join us here, please. Let's talk about this party and the things, and also Italian, how Italians be careful, be watchful on how someone is at the door. The person name will appear below your screen. Then you will have to click on that person's piece name for them to appear. Okay, I'm trying to I've not seen anyone joining at the moment. And Oyibo. We are used to Oyibo. Don't worry at all. We're used to Oyibo. So I'm waiting. Just join and let's see. There is no one here yet. So please join. Getano is Italian teacher that helps with everything Italian. So if you have any question, please Feel free to join to ask him when he's up here to talk to us. Okay, he's about to educate us in everything about Italian schools, politics, and everything. So if you have a question, feel free to ask. So I'm waiting for him. Do you have the link? Should I paste the link again? Let me try pasting the link again. Nah, this software thing, eh? I just pasted the link. I just the link is at the chat. So let me wait and okay. Yeah. Add to screen. Yes, I can see
I
you.
just pasted the link.
Ciao!
Ciao.
Finalmente!
Let me stop the.
Finalmente! Sì, sento.
I want to
Can you guys hear him?
Ciao.
Ciao! Come stai?
Io sto bene, sto bene.
Bene.
I'm alone at home because my wife and my daughter are in my parents' house
In
in the south of Italy.
Puglia, sì?
No, Campania. Now
Campania.
close Napoli.
Campania was white during Easter, no? Arancione, adesso tutto arancione, non credo.
No, Campania is still red.
Ah, ok. Mamma mia.
Parliamo italiano.
Parliamo italiano, sì! Vero, parliamo italiano. Tutto bene, sì,
Tutto
sono
bene, tutto bene.
contento.
I always follow you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you
I've
so
been following you
much.
since I think now 3 years and a half.
3 years
Something like
and
that.
a
Yes.
half. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So long, so long.
Yeah, we are family now, you know. We are
Yes,
family. Thank you
I'm
so
part of the
much.
family.
Yeah, I'm so happy to have you here today.
What a
How
honor!
can
I'm the first.
Yeah, you are
Then,
the first. He can write better than he can speak. That's why he wants us to speak Italian. Sì, vero.
infatti,
And you are the best.
no, to me, no ala if you speak English or
Oh,
Pidgin.
ma
Ah,
don't, ma.
eh,
I have one question for you.
yes,
Tu stata in Nigeria da quanto tempo?
never been in Nigerian before.
Ma come parla Nigeria così? Sono
I got
curioso.
married. I married a Nigerian woman.
Okay.
So when my wife, like you know,
Yeah.
I always speak English at home, even
Okay.
if we know it's a mistake, especially for her.
Yeah, I understand.
Speaking
It's not, but it's not
English
easy.
daily instead to speak Italian, but now it's a normal behavior. You understand?
Mm.
So it's it's a quite hard to switch to Italian. So sometimes we mix. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what kind of language we are speaking.
Dimmi, so good to
We
see
just
you.
mix
Sì,
everything
veramente.
together, and
Dimmi, no?
so
No, è così perché anche settimana scorsa, prima come si dice, Pasqua, stavo parlando con prof di musica. Lui sta dicendo, Teresa, perché lo chiamano, Teresa, tu devi parlare italiano bene, devi per forza parla italiano bene. Dice, non
vabbè,
è facile.
not easy. It's not easy at all.
It's
But
not.
but it's a you have to just set your mindset on Italian.
That is correct.
Anything you do, you just think in Italian, speak Italian. No matter how many mistakes you make,
Sì.
just speak. Then the perfection will soon come.
Esatto, perché per me diciamo fino all'anno scorso che è iniziata a scuola, anche questa
Mhm.
live in diretto per me è un pochino
Yeah,
italiano. Il mio
lo so, lo so.
italiano, no, sono un po', non è perfetto, ma un po'. Adesso
Sì,
posso
sì.
fare,
You tried.
sì,
You've
posso
been
adesso.
trying, because I remember your first when you upload your first videos, I remember always speaking in English, anything in
See,
English. Okay. Now you made a long journey already.
see, see,
So now you can speak, you are able to understand very well,
see.
deeply the language,
Esatto, esatto.
but step by step you will get better.
È vero, è vero. Infatti, sto dicendo a mio marito per for those of you that don't understand Italian, I mean, how to learn this whole language thing. Sto dicendo a mio marito l'altro giorno perché ce l'ha questa qualche parola che quando senti non lo so cosa significa questa tipo parola. Until we learn the verb that is related to that parola. Exactly, like non lo so come si chiama this verb, ma now I can understand when the verb comes in contact with some statements. I
Mhm.
understand it very well, but just because I put my ears down to learn. So thank you so much for joining us here today. So guys, you can
Yes.
ask Gaetano any question today. So we're going to start by this election, this party that we talked about the last time. Voglio sentire un po' più perché mi piace questa donna,
Yeah.
verità.
No, 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 no. No, I don't like her at all because her party, especially their supporters,
Sì,
they come from a history that I don't agree at all because they don't like immigrants at all. They don't like black people. They don't like
wow,
mixed races.
wow,
So I remember when I was attending university,
yeah,
one member of the party
sì,
just proposed to create different classrooms for immigrants,
wow.
Italians, and me. I don't like this kind of separation at all. Me,
Exactly,
I want a multiracial country, a modern country, and then even because me, I'm part of it because my family is a multiracial family. I don't want my country just look at the back. I
yeah,
want to look forward
exactly.
as a modern country. Me, this is what I have to say about because other they have a political agenda. Uh, don't like. They
Wow,
want they want a closed country, a closed mind country. Even if we have to say that in a political panorama, we say in a political proposal, no,
sì,
all the
sì,
party we have, no
sì.
one is good.
Of course, it's
No
all
one, no one take care of the people issues and in people in need. Okay, so in this moment we are in emergency moment. So
okay.
now the priority is get out of this pandemic situation. I think this has to be the first priority. Then anything will count. In fact, you were saying before that you're about to get your terza media, no?
Sì,
Uh,
sì, sì, sì.
in fact, next year on next September, even my wife, I will subscribe on school because after she delivered and our daughter were always crying every day
Yeah,
because of breastfeeding,
yeah.
so she could not go and attend school regularly.
Sì, sì, sì.
So we prefer to
Keep
postpone.
at, yeah. That is what I did too because I when I had Cosmo, I couldn't go,
Yes.
and after Christina as well, I couldn't go because I tried going, but I came back. She was little, so I couldn't leave her because she was still on breastfeeding. So I had to. allow everything to stay. I didn't actually wanted to go back for the to be for the truth to be told here. The school sent me an email asking me if I want to come back to school. So I had some days to think about it, and I was like, we're in the middle of pandemic, and I wasn't doing
Mm.
anything, and I think the option is to go back to school. This is the right time to take the course. So that is why I went back to school. So I understand you completely. Honestly, I've noticed that Italians are
Not easy.
backward.
It's not easy if you have your I don't know how to say, but if you have your daughter at home and you have to attend the classroom, but you are still thinking that your daughter maybe needs you, she
Yeah,
needs you, or something
yeah,
like that, you are not, you are overstressed. You like you are divided in two different parts. One
yeah.
you
It's
want
easy.
to follow the
Yeah,
lesson. Another one is thinking about your daughter or your son. So
yeah. That's right.
I completely understand my wife. So I told her, don't worry, next year we
Wow,
are not in a hurry, so we can do it
wow.
easily.
Yeah,
E questo,
that is what happened to me. Actually, Lady King, you said you went to school when your daughter was 5 months old. I tried doing that, but I couldn't. And Martina, you said I backed my baby to do my test and media. How did you do that? Because the what is it called? The CPR we have here don't allow you to do that. Okay, you said she stayed with my son and daughter for 2 months. Okay, you had a babysitter. Hold on, guys. I have a guest that I don't want here. Sorry, guys. So okay, you had a babysitter. I used a babysitter. Okay, okay, that is understandable. But Martina, how do you do that? How do you they allow you to come to school with your baby? Because if I remember, they said no to kids because I tried to do that with Cosimo. So I don't know. Don't leave the country. We are praying away for next generation to our kids. We will make them uncomfortable and stay here until they are open-minded, until they learn to live with us. Yeah, this is a good way because I don't know how long we will continue running away from this country. If you ask me, I think because immigrants keep running away. This is one of the reasons why. Trust me, Italian backward in some things, especially when it comes to business. Italian, for me, in my own point of view, that I don't know if it's kind of correct or not. I see that in economy situation, Italians are backward in that because they don't want to open the doors for other investors that are from other countries except China now. I think the only people that they actually open the doors are China right now. But others they don't open doors, they don't give people opportunity to invest in the country. I think it's because most of the politicians in Italy, Italian politicians, are the rich that has all these big companies. So they don't want competitors, they don't want little entrepreneurs that actually contribute to the economy. So I think this is what is happening because I remember even it's not even only in Italy. This as long as everything is under Italian government organization, they are all the same thing. I remember many years ago, I don't know if I've talked about it here on my channel. I went to embassy because in Nigeria we have a visa center they call VFS in Lagos, where the whole European like Schengen visa they are there. So when you go there, you tell them the particular country you are applying you want to go to, but everything works happen in the same building. So I remember taking my photograph passport for the visa. I took the picture outside the embassy. The same with my cousin. So my cousin was applying for French because she has a house. They have a house in the Holland. So Holland and French merged together in Nigeria. So if you're getting Holland visa, it's like getting a French visa as well. So my cousin paid, like I paid, I think about 10,000 higher than what my cousin paid for visa fee. Not only that, I had to retake a passport photograph. They said that Italian embassy don't accept the one I took outside with my cousin. Meanwhile, French and Dutch accepted it, but Italian embassy made me take extra one and paid more than what I paid outside. So I think it's something that is, I don't know what is going on in the Italian system, but I think this has to change. And if that lady is one of the reasons I want to send the Italian backward, hello, no, 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 no way. I'm not going to vote for that kind of person. God knows. Yes, go with my child. I found a babysitter. I don't know why it's like I don't know why Italian are not open-minded. Honestly, you are here, so you can maybe try to explain to us a little. My they said they don't allow kids because of previous experience. Yeah, that is what they also said to me. My in present commune there is babysitter in school. I love this commune. I like like mad. Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky. Honestly, where do you, Martina? I am only allowed here. Babysitter function very well. Wow. No, here you don't come with kids. Visa fee is 33, 36K then, and 2013, 2014. Yes, but actually Holland takes about 20 something or 15,000 naira for visa fee. It's only Italian visa that was higher than other country. So I don't know why all these things are is happening. Honestly, Gaetano, I don't know why people would want. Honestly, I didn't know about this. I don't know that this lady and her opponent are like this. I was like contemplating of, next election I will vote for her because of the way she speaks. Probably because I didn't understand most of the things she said, or maybe I haven't paid attention to the things they were saying. Of course, the first person I wanted to vote for was Savini because of the way he speak. Then I now take took time to study him and his movement and everything. I was like, I didn't even want to see him on TV. Like I felt like no, I can't. I don't want to see him on TV because I know everybody has a strategy when it comes to politics because politics is like a dirty game where everybody brings what they want people to hear to be able to vote for them. But at the end of the day, they'll end up being the same politics that the world know. It's kind of a dirty game politics. So, but he plays his own very, I was like, no, I'm not going to dash my vote to this kind of person because it doesn't worth it at all. So I put that. But this one is also bad. I'm going to look for another one. Honestly, Italy is a good place, but they are still living in the past glory. They need to get over it and move on. Tell me about it. We have Gaetano here. I don't know how to
Past
explain.
glory. Depends what kind of glory. It
But I don't
depends.
know the kind of glory they are trying to
The good
keep.
old times. It's like I remember Trump. I was following him during the uh, presidential campaign
Yeah.
in America. I used to look at the candidates
Mm-hmm.
Biden, and in 2016, I remember the words Trump used to speak were the same Salvini's words. They use the same words to against immigrants. I remember Trump used to speak against Mexican immigrants.
Yeah.
We don't have Mexican, we have Africans. But people don't know that the majority of immigrants in this country are not Africans. They
No.
come from the east of Europe.
Exactly.
And so we are talking about a small problem that is actually exists, but is not the biggest problem what they were talking about
Exactly.
every day. So then we have to also say another important thing that the a former law such is called Bossi-Fini in
Mm-hmm.
2000, approved in 2005. Yes, in 2005. If you enter into this country without a visa, you are going against the law. But before that, um, the law being approved, I I remember many immigrants, especially Africans, they used to come to this country by buying a ticket plane and come and see the situation, the opportunity, the chances they have. And then if they could not find a job or anything else, they used to buy another ticket home. So what does it mean? It means that now immigrating or coming to this country regularly is quite impossible. It's quite impossible. So if you it's a kind of discrimination. If you born in the right country, you have the possibility or the opportunity to come to this country or in Europe, in the rich part, in the West world. If you born in India or let me say in Bangladesh or in Nigeria or in
Yeah.
Senegal or in Burkina Faso, something like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you are you are you don't have any possibility to come to this country. So this created a illegal traffic to 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 people who wanted to come, and it's not the most part of the African want to come to Europe. No, it's just like 2% of African youth want to come to this to Europe, because the majority of African population want to stay and remain in Africa, or they just immigrate to another African country, not in Europe. This is another false myth European people believe, such as is a wrong. It's a wrong story.
Is it?
It's
It
not
is.
a, or better, we can say that many people in Africa, they just dream about maybe they could travel to Europe, but just to come and stay here and
Yeah.
live forever is another thing. They don't
Yeah.
want to stay here forever. Maybe it's just a little part
No.
of the African population. So me, I been work with Africans for 5 years, 4 years. Okay, so I understood their mentality, their mindset, their dreams. They needed. They told me their stories, their parents, and their country situation, everything. So I can say easily that not all Africans want to stay here. Maybe some of them they just want to stay for a period in Europe, just let me say 10 years for instance. They
Yeah.
want to work, make some money, and they just want to get back to their country.
I think
They
most I think
yeah,
most of the reason why they do this is because if they are here and they are not given the right opportunity. I know I advocate for Italians. I know I fight for Italians, but in the same way, like I'm an open-minded person here, so I also speak about what the the wrong part aspect of Italian government here, because I remembered how many years ago I made a visa. Like I wanted my sister, my younger sister, to come here. I did all the documents. I did, including
quite
insurance here
impossible.
in Italy, including insurance. I did everything. I spent how much money? My sister went to Lagos twice with a flight. And at the end of the day, they only told my sister, no, we don't give tourist visa right now. I said, this is not an ordinary tourist visa. This is a family reunion visa.
Yes,
Because my husband details, bank details, everything is there. She legalized her birth certificate, like legalized and stamped at the Italian embassy. That this is not an ordinary visa that she's asking for. She's not running away and she's not coming to seek for asylum in Italy. She's coming to visit her own sister, the same blood. Do they want DNA? At the end of the day, all the money we spent, both the one we paid insurance that she never used, none of them was refunded to us. So this is bad. And Italian government don't know that denying people visa, especially Africa in general, denying them visa don't make sense, because that increase the immigrant stuff that is happening. Because if
yes,
the, if they actually want to put this whole
For
thing
this
on.
reason, me, I don't like the, let me say, when they say they call immigrants clandestini. You understand? Outlaw. Okay.
Yeah.
Perché what does it mean, be clandestino? What does it mean?
What? I don't
What
know.
does it mean to be a clandestino? Because you don't have documents. But if you want apply for these documents, you spend a lot of money, you spend
Exactly.
a lot of time. Time is the most expensive thing we have, time. And at the end you don't get your documents, so you just wasted your time,
Yeah.
your money, everything, and maybe your expectation be, I don't know how to say, but it's this is the central focus of our topic. So you cannot define somebody else clandestino just because it doesn't get any documents. Because to get these documents, I'm telling you that the most of 99% of Italians don't know anything about this kind of racism or bureaucracy malfunction. Because even if I married a African and Nigerian woman, even my wife to get her documents struggled and suffered a lot.
Yeah. But
So anything you have to do, you have to fight. This is not a. I don't like this. Sorry, just a moment.
okay. No, I don't like it either because I remember when all these things happen. Like Italian, they just don't Italian government don't excuse me. They don't give people opportunity. For me, they are having illegal immigrants because they don't actually give people opportunity to be in this country. Like they don't give people opportunity to be in this country because if they do, like most of Nigerians, for me, most Nigerians are not coming here to live. Most of the Nigerians has money. Like, Cosmo, go. Sorry, guys. Distraction. So Nigerians has money. Most of them actually don't want to come here to live here. Some of these people, some of Nigerians I know want to be here to spend their money and not the other way around. Like if they have the visa, it's their duty. For me, Italian government actually failed to do their job. Let me put it this way. They
Yeah,
are
yeah,
supposed to
I
do their job.
agree.
They are blaming people they're not supposed to blame. Because if I send my sister to go and apply for visa, just like when German actually checked, I know German don't completely check, but German check more than Italy, Holland check more than Italy, and the other countries check more than Italy. Italy puts a law without controlling their law. Because if I go to apply for a visa at the embassy, or I'm inviting my sister at the embassy, you have my documents at the system. It's easy to for Italian embassy in Nigeria to communicate to Italian government how long a person is going to stay. So when the person is not back, the whole I believe that the whole Schengen airport they are all linked together. It's easy to track or to keep somebody to know someone that did not go back after their visa duration. But they don't do all these things. They let people in from Italy without checking, and at the end of the day they put the blame on the innocent Nigerians or other part of Africa. Meanwhile, their responsibility was to check, like to check the whole movement, but they don't check. They open a door for immigrants. They accept more of immigrant illegal immigrant from the sea more than opening a and like open your embassy. There are a lot of rich Nigerians that want to come here for holiday. They don't want to live here. Do you know that a lot of Nigerians go to America just to give birth, pay the insurance to give birth? At the end of the day, they will return to Nigeria because they don't want to live in America. They don't want to live in the Canada. They don't want to live in the UK. They go there to spend their money. Of course, you know that they are not living there and they have to pay the hospital where they are giving birth. This is also a way of increasing economy. But I don't know
Yes,
why
yes,
the
but
Indian government shut those doors
mm,
up and keep blaming people they are not supposed to blame. This is crazy. This is something I don't understand. Why is working like this in
it's
Italy?
just a European policy about immigration because they close the borders and after Italy closed the border in 2005,
Yeah,
before people used to come to Italy, stay 1 2 years. If they got a job, they got a good life, something like that, they remain.
yeah,
Those ones could not get a job and find their good life here, they just go back easily, legally. Um, don't put themselves in the hands of traffickants and smugglers, something like that. You
yeah,
understand? So this system, the closed border system in all of Europe countries, just create this criminal system. It's just the answer to a, a closer a close political agenda. You understand? So me, I don't understand why people just disgrace those people try to cross the sea, would run a risk. Maybe you have a son or a little daughter, and you try to get on a boat and risk your life and your children, and they just blame them, saying, "Hey, a good mother will never put their children on the boat." But you have to ask why their mother are putting their children on the boat.
yeah.
I had some students that they spent 3 years,
In Libya.
3 good years, just to come from Nigeria to Italy.
Yeah,
3 years when you can spend 7 hours, 8 hours by plane. Be sure that you have a safe arrival. You will not lose your life. You will not lose your time. Nobody will torture you. Nobody will blackmail you, something like that. I don't know why. So European governments, they just want to close their eyes about it. They just prefer to say to the public opinion, it's better blame the black people. They want to
it's easy to blame the
destroy
black
our
people.
culture. They want to destroy our tradition. They want to recreate African in Europe. So these lies, let me say lies because I want to be a good person now. Lies. So I don't understand this kind of rhetorical speech. And this is the speech of Meloni. This is the speech of uh,
Savini.
Salvini. This is the speech of Le Pen in France. This is the speech of the Austrian former president that was taking money from the Russia because they want to destroy the European Union. I don't
Yeah,
want this kind of European Union. I want a stronger European Union, friendly with African continent, African countries. We have a big debt with African countries and African people after
yeah.
we all we did to them. So I'm just I know what we did with the colonial era in the countries, even Italians in Libya, in Ethiopia, in Somalia, in Eritrea, in Nigeria, English,
English.
England,
Yeah.
England, in many other countries of West African, French. So we have to take our responsibility, I think. So if this, then I also have to say that Nigerian political
It's a
panorama
mess. It's a mess.
It's a mess. I don't understand why 36 states doing what?
I don't
Just
understand too.
wasting
I
money.
I don't.
I know about, because I read many things about Nigerian history, the
Yeah,
north, the south, the principal three tribes: Hausa,
yeah.
Yoruba, Igbo. Then you have a lot of tribes. I don't know. I lost the count, but so but me, I have the knowledge about many issue in Africa are still running. So, but 99% of European people don't know anything. Maybe they don't know even where is Nigeria.
They don't know.
They don't know. They
No,
don't
they
know.
don't know.
They don't know where is Nigeria.
They don't.
You are Igbo. They don't know that Igbo is Biafra is the same thing. Are the same thing. They don't know that in Nigeria there are 200 languages, different languages, dialects, something like that.
They don't know, and they don't want to know.
I'm a teacher now. In classroom, I used to say, "Do you know how many inhabitants have Nigeria?" And they say, 2 million, 3 million. Sorry, 206 million. In 2000, they were 18 million. They grew up a lot so fast. So if you don't know anything about the world, just open your eyes. You cannot stop. It's unstoppable. It's a changement unstoppable. So why you want to stop the sea by hands? You
The thing
can't.
is that they're not the only one, because I remember one lady in my class. She's not Africa, but she's black. We were talking about something. It's a story class. Okay, I'm surprised because most of these people, Africa, that immigrated there, because if she actually check her lineage, she might be a descendant of Africa because she's African, she's black. Okay.
Mhm.
So we were talking about something, and she was like, and she said she read a story. She studied a story in the school. That day, everybody we were all discussing in the class. She said the question she struck was, "But is Africa one all Muslims?" I was like, I was shocked. I was. This is
Eh,
someone that claimed that she studied geography and story.
Salvini and Meloni supporters, this is what they believe. That all blacks are Muslim. They don't even know that under Abuja, I think under Abuja to the Johannesburg, they are whole Christians. Maybe in Kenya, there are some terrorist, groups like Al Shabaab, something like that. They are Muslim, but they are
Yeah, I
fighting.
thought we are all Christians for my own part of Nigeria,
Yes.
but I was shocked because the person asking this question is a black. I know she's not Africa, but she's a black, and she struck that question, and she said she read story and geography, and she struck a question saying, but she was asking prof, but she wants to know if Africans in general are all Muslim. I was like, what do you think I am? Am I a Muslim and I'm an African? I was, what is going on? So the world don't even know what Africa is all about. They don't even know that Africa is not a country, that is a huge continent. Huge continent. It's
Mhm.
crazy. Martina, I know, but everywhere I have been, it's completely crazy how people think that Africa are this. There are a lot of Christians in Africa, in Nigeria in general. Nigeria, I don't even know if I would say Christian are more than what is it called, Muslim, because the almost all the eastern part of Nigeria, west eastern part of Nigeria are all Christian. It's in Yoruba. When you go to Yoruba land, Lagos, there are 50-50 Muslim, 50 Christian there. It's in the north, there are Christian in the north, where you find more of Muslim, like more population, Muslim population are in the north. But if you go to south, like the Lagos part of Nigeria, they have 50-50 Muslim and Christian. Okay? In the east, we are kind of all Christian and pagan. Let me just put it Christian and pagan, because there are some people that don't classify themselves as Christian. So I don't
But
know why somebody
I
will go
don't
to
know if you
Google
can
and
see.
create
I'm trying to share my.
your screen.
Can you see it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me add it. I'm adding it now. I don't know if I okay. Yeah, yeah. I added it now.
Can you see now?
Yeah, yeah. I can see
This
it.
is Africa.
Yes,
Okay.
very big.
Yes, the green part, they are all Muslim, but you have to consider that this part, like Algeria, Libya, Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, Chad, Central African Republic,
Yeah,
there's actually desert, okay? Desert.
yeah,
This purple part is Christian.
yeah. They're all
Now
Christians.
you can find Catholics, you can find Protestant, Evangelic,
Yes,
different groups, but they are Christian. So this is what I
exactly.
try. That is the truth. This is a fact. It's not a word. It's a fact.
I think the thing is that because they already stereotype it to be like that, they people still think that is what it is because they just believe people only believe what they want to believe. Because if not, they can't just believe what they are not supposed to believe. I think when you hate something, because I know even in human form, if we hate something, if I hate a person and I don't control myself, my feeling towards that person, I was, everything I'm doing will be all about hate. I'm not even trying to look at the good part of that person. I think this is what is happening between this whole European, or another reason I would say is maybe these people, if they want to keep to power, knowing that Africans are realizing themselves and their power and what they have. Because trust me, I don't know who I was discussing this with the other day, where I was searching. Yeah, I'm doing my tesina now for to submit the presentation this end of this month. Then submit do the presentation for the final study for this test media middle of June. So I was searching for tropical fruit because I wanted to do something that is related to me and not a story that the world know. I want to, do make a presentation of what is, where I come from, the things that is, I'm attached to, the things that people don't like often talk about. So I went online. Go. I went online. I started making a research of fruits, tropical fruits that
Papa,
is close to me because it's where I come from. It's something that the world don't know about. Okay. So I was doing this research. I was putting it on Igbo name. In fact, I just finished my testina this afternoon before coming online. So when I was doing it, I told my husband, the ones that has Igbo name, I told my husband to add the Igbo name and remove the English name. I'm sorry, but I want the world to know that there is something that, I come from somewhere. I'm
right.
not an English person. I was born and brought up somewhere. And when I read history, I'm sorry to use this word, but Wikipedia is not the real place to go to search for something because most of these tropical fruits that I searched, origin South America, but where is Africa in this part? Because Africa is one of the large production of pineapple, one of the large production of banana, plantain. Name all the tropical fruits, we have them. Like I was so surprised that the food I grew up eating, like when you were a baby, you were born. The first fruit they introduce, your parents introduce to you. I don't know what apple is because the fruit I eat is all local, tropical fruits. It was when I moved to the city that I tasted apple for the first time because we have almost all the fruits we ever think of. Then I started from banana. There is no Africa anywhere close to banana. Like the largest, there is no Africa.
Plantain.
Plantain, there is no Africa. No, there is no Africa. It's not origin of Africa. I was like, what is going on here? I searched for cashew nuts that I know that. In fact, I got angry. I went to my husband. I took the picture on the internet. I went to my husband. I said, "You see this cashew nut? When the cashew nuts grow like normal plants, where during spring they remove the flower. After the flower, they now started to bring it out like normal fruits. There is the first stage of cashew nuts. Okay, where that liquid on that particular unripe cashew or unmatured cashew is full of acid. Like, thank God for my father, I didn't play with it, but I saw my fellow kids that was playing with this cashew nut. They use it to draw tattoo on their skin. Cashew nut has the acid that can cut your skin, but I never see an article that talks about it, including Wikipedia. And they claim that this cashew nut is not origin from Africa as well. That is from South America or is from Asia or this. Almost all the fruits, there is no way to find Africa on Wikipedia. I was so pissed off. Like, where is Africa? This
But you can go and write and correct Wikipedia. You can go. You have to do it because if Africans don't speak up,
they don't
nothing will
honestly.
change. Nothing will change.
It's
Oh, oh,
it's
as an
unfair.
Ohibo, I have to fight your battle.
No, he can't fight our battle. This is why
Yes,
Italy is
this
not
is.
moving forward.
I
This
know.
this is not a question of Italy, Martina. This is a world stuff because it's me now going to English Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not Italian. This is the world at large I'm talking about. Inherit. There is
You know
no
what
way
is this?
trace of.
You know what is this, Tessy? It's the colonial heritage,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
It's a
Because
colonial heritage. It's like a stigma. It's like a spot that is got dirty the Africans' image all over the world. So given that South Americans, the Europeans, Westworld, they consider South Americans a cool place, fine place, something like that. Instead, when they think about Africans, they just see poor children, no roads, pandemic everywhere, wars, fighting, something, stuff like that. They just believe it's like South Americans can advise themselves better than Africans. I
that is
think
right. That is why that is what she was saying here. In Wikipedia, you can find no, you can find a lot of things. I got angry with Wikipedia because I was like, Africa is lost, especially when it comes to that tropical fruits. Africa is lost. There is, before they even mention Africa, is at the bottom, like at the bottom. Okay, I went on with this research. Okay, I went on with the research. I was like, to Udara. There is something we call Udara, African star fruit, something like that, but it's Udara in my language. Okay, they have just little to no good explanation on that. That is when I understand that it's not a Wikipedia for the cause. At first I was angry. I was like, no, Wikipedia cannot come to Africa except Nigeria to explain to us, to do a research based on our fruits, because we have all these fruits, but we have intelligent people. It's not that we don't have intelligent people. We have intelligent, smart people in Africa. Or if I want to talk about Nigerian fruits, we have intelligent Nigerians that can actually, fight for their culture, fight for their inheritance. But it happens that they are not actually doing the right fight, because the world goes to Wikipedia for research. The world uses Wikipedia for the research. Why can't them fix the whole thing there? The whole stuff, because even the most intelligent Nigerians are still going there to look for research, to look for something when they are doing some research. But why is our own stuff not there? And even the things we have production on, why is it not on the internet? Why is it not there? So that was when I retraced my step. I was talking to my husband as I said, no, this is not right. This can be.
I think another explanation could be that in Nigeria, NEPA no day,
Yeah,
no
no
work.
no day.
So it means that the opportunity to go online and share details about your culture, your tradition, and speak up so much, no? uh, is is still hard in Africa. This is the reason why many people, when In Africa will be the people, most of the people will be able to go online, speak up, say the truth, and tell them say, the story of their country and this. Many things, even online on internet, will change because in this moment, sorry to say, but it's the truth. Many people in Africa don't have light,
No, it's not. It's the truth. It's the
don't
truth.
have light. How could they go online and say, huh, this is a lie, let me correct this? It's impossible. So they have priorities to think about. But I understand your mind because you say, "Ah, this is a fruit comes from my area, my country. I know this is a belongs to us. So how is possible they are saying this lie? It comes from South America or from Asia on this and that, like cassava.
Cassava is not. Cassava is South America now. When you go to Cleveland and talk, it's
Eh,
in South America.
cassava.
And
In
cassava
Nigeria is the first producer of cassava in the world.
is crazy because cassava, most of this South America they are talking about that is the origin. Don't even know how to plant cassava. Don't even know how cassava grows. It's
Cassava.
crazy. But we, because I think this is all about this whole colonized stuff. Because how did they get all this food? They travel to Africa, they import Africa. Of course, when Africa is traveling, like me, as I'm here, if I'm traveling, I do take my. The last time I left Nigeria, I took some things from Nigeria to Europe. Hi, Bosse. Hi.
How
This is a wonderful topic, and I'm really interested to also be part of the discussion if you allow me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No, no, no. You can enlighten us a little bit. She's a doctor, Dr. Bosse. So you can, we need something, we need to be educated, okay? I'm so happy that you are here. So let's hear what you have to say. We can't hear you. We can't.
Africa is this and that. Sorry, my child is here.
Okay.
um, but also we fail to that we ourselves we are the problem. We are the problem of Africa. We don't need, like he said, we don't need the European or the American people to bring out all the good potentials that Africa have. Our
Yeah.
leaders have failed us. But now we as new generation who are now enlightened in Europe, is it now the time for us to give out all the best that Africa have to sell it, even if
Yeah.
our leaders they will pass off, they will all die, you know. So we are the new generation, we are the new face of Africa. So now is the time for us. Even we as a generation now should even stop complaining about what the leaders have done, what they are not doing right. We should be looking out for the ways to which we can sell the good things that we are brought up with back at home. You know, like we all know there are so many natural potentials in Africa. We don't. For me, I'm not okay. I'm in Europe, but I hardly buy things that are made in Europe. I go more natural things that I know that I've learned back home, mix them all together, and I use them. I make them that
Yeah.
way. Yeah, when I use them, I go to my neighbor, I sell it out to her and say, "This is what I make in Africa. Have a trial with it." Yeah, I've seen everything in Europe, but here also, you also have to see something that I also have back home. So in that way, also indirectly, I'm also selling the potential that I have from Africa, not necessarily what she is reading or what she's seeing on TV, because that goes faster into the brain. But when I make something that is made of Africa, I go to her, share with her. That way, indirectly, I'm also promoting Africa. I'm also promoting the potentials that is back home, if you understand what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is what I would
Completely.
like to. Yeah,
Completely.
yeah.
In fact, this thing
Yeah,
you said now,
that's good.
inside my Tessy, like brava, inside my Tessy that I just threw, I just finished the presentation today. I asked when I got to palm fruits, I asked my husband to place the soup. Like I went online, I picked my plate of soup of banga soup. I asked my husband to put it on my Tessys that I will show them this is how we use them. This I actually put. I also have a picture of where I was processing the palm fruit himself because I got some palm fruits years ago here and I processed it by myself that I made a video on my food channel. I picked the processing method picture and I inserted it on my test. I have to show them what we are capable of doing in Africa because I don't want to, go to the my textbook story and pick a story inside the book. No, I want to talk about where I come from, the things they don't know about us. So Boss, I really agreed with you. Honestly. Brava. Hi, Lady King. Microphone. We can't hear you.
Off topics. I still want to drink palm wine.
What, fine
I,
wine.
I've never,
Yeah,
I never drink it before.
in fact, I'm about to talk about palm wine inside my word
But
because
I,
presentation is too long.
I
So
remember I drank roots. That's a really bitter drink. They say, don't worry, drink this. You will feel better
Can you hear
soon.
me
You
now?
will feel better. Don't
yeah, we can
worry.
hear you now,
Yeah,
Lady
we
King.
can
We
hear
Okay.
can
you
hear
now.
you now.
Okay.
How
Nice to meet
Tara?
you guys. Nice to meet you
Nice to
all.
meet you too.
This is when we talk about Africa. I think the problem is the government, because when there's corruption, there's no growth, and that's really what is affecting immigrants like us here in Italy or wherever you find yourself. Because if the system is not working back home, how can the people in other countries survive? For instance, I hear some brothers or sisters who find it very hard to renew their visas and talk about passport, about Nigerian passport. The complaint is so hard. They go to Rome embassy. If you don't have money to give to them, it's problem. You give them the money, it's problem to get it, because these people know that for them to get maybe their permit to the sojourner, they need their passport. So if the Nigerian embassy can stop them from getting their passport, is the way it affects them getting the permit to the sojourner. So the problem is I don't know, maybe the mentality. I don't know the mentality, because the mentality is so bad, it's affecting everything. Look at, like, we could remember our fallen brothers who tried to fight for their rights in Lagos, who were killed. In fact, just look at everything.
In
Big
fact,
problem. They try to
that
help the
that
people,
SARS
but look
protest,
at what happened to them. They try to stand up for
Last
us.
year.
Till
the
now,
end SARS
nobody really talks
protest,
about
that
them. And we ask ourselves, why? I keep asking
The
myself,
NSAS
did they did
protest,
if
yeah.
they did the wrong thing to try to fight, because they tried to fight for us, but at the end, what
Yeah, my
happened?
fault.
But this
So it,
whole thing is the
Thank
you
you.
corruption. We blame the
Thank you.
corruption. Yes,
corruption, I don't know what to say, because the corruption, I don't know if it's a cause.
Thank you.
it's not. It's not
It's
kind of
like
a
it's like
cause.
a cause.
It's
Thank
Actually,
you.
a lifestyle. Let's
actually,
call
so
it a lifestyle.
it is it a cause? Because yeah, there are corruption in other
Mm.
countries, but they do
Yes,
something.
sir.
They do something, but it's like Nigeria own. They don't do nothing.
The
They just
thing
want to
is
fill the
that for
account. They
me,
just want to look at the money is there, is there. So it's left for us here to do the right thing. No, when we talk about some of our brothers who come to the sea, who come to the Mediterranean Sea, of course, when you look at it, getting a visa is kind of hard, because I remember when
very
I came
hard,
here,
very hard.
my husband invited me, and with all the whole grammar he wrote, all the whole information, although my because my dad was working with one of those armed forces and the rest. So my dad also wrote a letter, although he was not around, but he had to write a letter. So when we got the call, after so many months, we could not hear from them. Later on, I got a call, you have to come for interview. Okay, I went. After the whole talking, they were like, wow, it's because we saw this letter from your father, blah 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 blah. Can you imagine? Meaning, if my dad was not working, then my dad was working as a custom officer. If was not working as a custom
You won't
officer,
have
maybe
got
they
the
could have
opportunity.
held it.
Mm-hmm.
So they said it was
Mm-hmm.
because your father is okay. With the whole with the whole everything, the whole stress and all. Then imagine many people who have been trying to get this visa with every qualification. You stop them. And because of this, you see many desperate people who are going through that sea. When I watched a documentary about the sea aspect, I was crying for these guys because many of them die in
It's
there in the
sad.
desert. No water, nothing,
It's
nothing.
sad.
Some of the brothers they are selling each other. I don't know.
For this
It's
In
reason,
fact,
So
it's
sad.
very
the
deep.
It's so
That
market, the
sad.
traffic
aspect is
market,
very deep
but
because I don't know how it's going to end because it's very, very deep. So it's left
for
for
this
us here
reason,
to,
I
to do
fight
the right thing.
Salvini and
And
Meloni
again,
because
when
they
when
don't
they
know
come
anything
here,
about it.
of course, the whole problem, the whole sun, everything affects the brain. So most of them are not really, really in their rightful mind anymore because they're desperate, and because of that, you see them. They become very vulnerable, and the bad guys get to use them easily.
I
So
get
that's
you,
true.
but I think it's time for us as a youth, just like the other youth that actually risk their life to, start to speak out. Because if we leave the government to
The
keep
SARS,
doing what they are doing, the next
the
generation
SARS
will
people.
continue from where the government stopped. So this is why I blame Africa, Nigerians in. I say it as it is. When they do something wrong, I don't, quote the whole thing to be sweet for people to like me. And
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Italians do their own, I say it as it is without coating it with icing sugar. I think for me, it's time for us, home and abroad, because if we actually hold accountable to these people that work for the Italian embassy, Nigerian embassy, Italy, accountable of this whole bribing thing, I think they will stop. I think if all Nigerians can have in one mind, apply their documents early. I made a video about it that if you don't want to pay extra and you don't want to be in, on a hot
The
seat,
high
let's put it,
situation.
when it comes to your passport, apply 6 months before, even if it's 1 year before the expiration of your passport. So make sure you don't
Yeah.
give them extra money. If Nigerians living in Italy can actually come together, agree to do this, you will see embassy will start functioning well because nobody is giving them money. But if we keep giving those ones that stand at the gate money to help us to get our passport out, the corruption we consider, that means we are also part of the corruption. But if we
That's
start
true. That's
to
true.
process it this way and say enough is enough, have a good community,
But
and
Tessie,
Italy, it will stop.
sorry to interrupt you. Have you seen what happened to the Lekki toll gate massacre?
The problem is that there is no strong organization. That's the problem. No strong organization. Like if you look at the Bangladesh, the Senegalese, all that, they have this strong organization to help themselves. But in
Yes.
Nigeria, it does not exist. Everybody's fighting for his own rights. In
But it
fact,
can
no
start
one
from
wants to
somewhere.
tell the other brother what to do to succeed. Everybody's like just me. Like I remember when I was in school, Tessy Media, I knew a brother from Nigeria. Then he was telling me his story, how he came, and then he was looking for accommodation, and then a fellow brother Nigerian he met, he had to pay him, is it 200 euro or so? He had to pay him money. Without that money, he cannot help him. And this, he said, then he was doing this shentro. Shentro, they call it, they're begging. He said because there was no job, he had to beg, and from this money was paying this guy. He said this guy said that was his worst moment because he was feeling maybe this brother was going to help him in any way, but he was using him to feed himself. So
And
it
I know
happens.
we
So
we
they
have
just
to
they,
we
they,
have to
they
start
use the weak
somewhere.
one to grow.
Just
When they
like me,
see the one is vulnerable, they use him he or she as a stepping stone to grow. But it shouldn't be that way.
it's something that
It's
Mm-hmm.
happens
totally
over the world.
different from Senegalese way. For example,
Yeah,
in my former city, Senegalese community, the old ones, they have been living in Italy since let me say 20 years.
Yeah.
For the new ones, the new arrival, they just lend them some money just to start.
Yeah.
For the and the next, they will repay back the money they have got in borrow from them.
And
They are very united. They elected a president
I can't
that
hear Gatena. Why?
I know, but I think the truth is that the whole thing
they
has
are
to start from
very
somewhere. I
organized.
know it's a journey, just like we are trying to rebuild Africa, trying to rebuild Nigeria. If we don't start today, of course, we might fail doing it, but the generation that are coming up, we see the good step we left behind. They will pick from there. But if we don't make any move, if we don't talk about it, if we don't create, even if it's two or three organizations that help each other in Italy, like Nigeria organization, that just like Senegal are doing. I'm not sure this maybe the next generation will grow up and run away, or brother will betray his own brother, or sister will betray his own country sister. But for this thing to stop, I think I'm not against anyone on social media. I'm not against anybody living their life on social media. But I think Nigeria is supposed to put it into consideration that in as much as we marry white or we think our life is perfect in abroad, if we don't have a good organization, this is where we come from. No matter what we are showcasing online, we should try to help each other. At least showing a good example, or even creating a tiny organization that says, okay, this is how to help this. When you see your brother in need, you can help the person, even if it has to be helping the person from afar. But we have to start it now, because if we don't start it now, my sister, I don't know where
Yeah.
it's going to end. I know we have bad people. Let's start from
And
the good ones,
we should
innocent
stop
ones.
complaining. We should stop
Yeah, like I,
complaining.
I watched a
We
documentary about a Cameroonian guy in Italy. He said when he came to Italy as a student to school, but after writing the exam in Turin, he failed it. So all of a sudden, everything became bad for him. He found himself, I think south or so. He was working in a farm land. And he said he was in a very bad situation. And he was asking himself, how did he get to this place? Why is he in this situation? Why is he suffering so much? He said he was sleeping on the floor. The situation was so bad. He decided to say no to this. What this guy did, he left, went to Rome, he opened an organization, was helping many immigrants who are living in very bad condition, working in farmlands. And I'm so proud of him because he's doing something. He is
Exactly.
doing something. We took some journalists there. They saw everything. He was talking about this particular group of people who organize, who are in charge of this thing, in the way that make it very difficult for these immigrants to live a good life. And he showed many. Oh my God, many of them have been there 20 years, no document, no nothing. I asked myself, how can you put your fellow men in such a situation? To the fact that with the little money they're getting, they have to pay for water. From the little money, and the people who are there buying the water from are the same people who gave them the job. They have there's no light, they don't have light, nothing. And the people who gave them the job are living some kilometers from there. But they have to for them to go there, they must pay them money for water to drink. It's like you gave them job and you're still collecting the money from them. What they should get free of charge. So what he did now, he's working with some farmers, Italian farmers who are good, trying to make them give good rights and benefit to to immigrants who are working in farmland. These are not just Africans too, because there are other country people who are also working in such bad situations. So it's not just like it's only immigrants who are suffering this. The Italians too are going
Wow.
through the same situation. So he's trying to work out to help them. And ever since then, he has been getting threats of death, big threat. They're going to kill him. They're going to do him this. So the wife is Italian. The wife was like, she's worried about him with the whole threat. But we must do something, because if we are all afraid of, oh, they're going to do this to me, who's going to start it? Because to get freedom, there must be fights.
There must be five.
That's it. To get freedom, even if we decide now, okay, right now I want to do something, of course, some people will not be happy. true.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. That is completely true. My the only thing is that we have to start from somewhere. I heard that there is everybody has their own organization. I don't know why Nigeria don't have one organization. Igbo people has their organization, Yoruba people has their organization, this tribe has their, why not come as one nation? Because at the end of the day, we are one nation. I don't know why we just decide to we tear each other apart back home, and we are here
Nigeria looks
fighting
like
each other.
Italy. Nigeria, in the same way, it looks like Italy. You are also divided in your home country. No, that
Yeah,
one is not my tribe, man. That one is Hausa. No, no, that one is Igbo. No, 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 that
yeah,
one is Urobo. That one is Yoruba. Like
yeah.
this, that one come from Napoli. No, that one come from Bari. No, that one come from Milano.
It's
What?
like that.
It no
But
matter. No
but
matter. You
outside
all
Italy,
are
Italians
Nigerian.
are united outside Italy because I have friends. When I say I have friends, Italians, I do. Like I'm talking about meeting the consulate, vice consulate, Italian in Nigeria. So I do. I know how it works in Italians in Nigeria. They are one. Like when I say they are one, they are. If one something happens to one person, I know the office that sends out people to go as long as it's Italian and this person is Italian citizen. So all these things happen here in Italy, but outside Italy, Italians are one. Italians are one people. They are one family. But only in Italy, of course, there are tribalism all over the world. Let's call it
Seriously.
tribalism. But it's important for us to recognize ourselves and leave the tribalism out when we leave our country to another country. So that is a problem. That is Nigerian problem. I don't know if that happens in other country, but in Italy, Edo has their group, Igbo has their group, Hausa has their group, Yoruba has their group. Then how can you come together to help each other? Because I know there are immigrants that are not good, but there are good immigrants that actually coming for their brothers and sisters' help. But they are not getting it because the Nigeria is turned into like Nigeria we know back home. It's like bringing Nigeria in Italy and divide them like that. There are cultism, different name of cultism, Nigerian cultism in Italy. How can you do that? You bring all these things from your country
Strange.
to another man's land.
That one is a normal process. Even Italians in the United States took their mafia. So
Yes, it's normal.
it's the same story. It's an immigrant story. It's always like that. But
Yes, it's always like that.
after 50 years, we had the first mayor of New York. It was an Italian,
Yeah.
LaGuardia. They also, in his honor, called one airport. After JFK, there is LaGuardia. It's one of the biggest airports all over the world. So it may I wish maybe in the next 50 years in Italy we will have a black president, maybe with a Nigerian descendant.
No, I'm a
Only
Wow.
God
Nigerian,
knows. Only
I'm a
God
Who
knows.
knows?
Nigerian,
Who knows?
I'm a
Nothing
Nigerian,
is
but I'm going to
impossible.
spread that.
Nothing
Maybe
is
the
Nothing
first
is
impossible.
black
impossible.
president is going to come from Senegal. I'm a Nigerian, but I'm going to say this.
Nothing is impossible.
It's
Nothing
honest.
is impossible.
It's
As long as
yes,
the person
because
is of
you know why I
African
say so.
descendant. Yeah.
Doctor said, you know why I say so? I wish Nigeria will
Why?
become a black president. But I say this because when you come to Italian school, there are more of Senegals that come in here and start going to school than Nigerians. And a lot of Nigerians, I know that the situation is difficult. I know that the situation is that the Italians are backward in a lot of things. But at the end, when you look at it again, a lot of Nigerian families are, sending their kids out of Italy. They're not speaking I know for me, I have this
Lack
habit.
integration.
Exactly. The only thing they speak to these kids is like Italy is that, Italy is this, Italy is
In
that.
fact,
Showing them the bad side of the country.
yes.
So at the end
Completely.
of the day, the kids won't want to stay because they started hearing this word at young age.
Yeah.
Okay, so when they grow up, they will be like, "Oh, America is best." Meanwhile, people that are in America are lamenting every day. And you can't send these kids to Africa if they don't have permission to work in the oil company. You can't send it. And in the UK, people that are living in the UK are lamenting every day. So I say Senegal because Senegals, I've seen tons of Senegals, immigrants that will come in here. They saw the whole situation. They still went into the system. They still studying. Okay, they are still studying every day. I talked about on my live chat the other day that we had a conference of almost 100 people in this conference meeting. There's a lawyer works in Milan, in one of the biggest firm in Milan. He's a Senegal. He's an immigrant. He told his story, but he pushed his forward. He worked in the farm as well, tomatoes farm. He did all that because he looked at the positive side of the country. He became friendly to the churches, to the people. He's a Muslim, but he became friendly to Catholic church, to people. Italians are Catholic. He doesn't mind. He didn't look at the denomination. He didn't look at the religion. He humbled himself. His parents couldn't send him to school. Okay, when he finished the secondary school, Scuola Media, his parents couldn't further his education. He has to go to farm to work to be able to go to university. He saved his money to go to university with the help of Italians around, just because he's friendly and he know what he wants. So this is why I say so. Of course, if Nigeria become Italian president, I'll be happy. But I'm not seeing that right now. The
Yeah,
country I'm
because
looking
yeah,
at
that's
right
true.
now is Senegal. Senegals are the ones pushing forward to break the system, to break this,
Yeah.
the black system, to break the whole stereotype Italian government, most
But
of the
Tessie,
time has.
I'm looking at every day personally at the new generation. I don't think they have this kind of mindset, racial mindset. I can see
No, the new
them.
generation don't have it.
They
Some
have
of them.
they just don't mind these problems, or at least maybe in my area here in Torino, they are not thinking about, say, just the whole Italian old people. They are just dreaming about
It's
the good
the
old
Italian, the
times,
good
that
ones.
where Italy was a white Italy and this and
Yeah,
that, but they were complaining about South Italians come to the north for work. So
yeah,
now South Italians, they just upgrade, and we have the Africans or something like that. They are
Yes.
complaining for, but I think it will finish because
it
the old
will.
people, maybe one day they will
It
pass.
will. It
Blah
will
blah blah blah.
finish. Definitely it
Okay.
will finish. Because I heard a story my husband was telling me about.
In my
Okay, I
class,
told you what he.
it's a first, it's a prima media. I have in 20. I'm out of Torino in a small city.
Town. Yeah.
We have in my class I have 7 immigrants, children. No,
Mhm.
uh, Morocco, Albania, Romania, Ukrainian. Okay, so, and they are well integrated. Nobody say anything or say anything about their origins or something like that. It doesn't exist. Okay, so I'm really optimist for the future. I'm
Yeah.
really
Me too.
optimist.
Me
I
too.
think when it comes to integration, some Africans find it very hard to integrate. I think when it
Sorry,
comes to
sorry. I
school,
just want to add another thing that I'm sorry to say, but in my I experience it that many guys that come to the Italy or to Europe, no, they are not ready for Europe. They are not ready at all.
that's true.
Many of them just finish to work in the farm because they don't they are not able to learn a language because maybe they never gone to school, they never attend school. So uh, that one is the only option they have. So many people. I'm talking about Nigerians, but even Nigerians are part of it. But for example, people come from Mali. They are not. They don't have a school system. They cannot write in a Latin alphabet. They cannot write. They don't speak French. They just speak Bambara, something like. They are not ready for this country. To them,
Yeah,
it's a too high step, so it's too difficult, it's hard. I'm not saying that all of them are not able to, but they have a hard work to do. because
Yeah, many of these
because
problems.
I know
Yeah.
many Africans in diaspora abroad, Obodo Ibo, like you people say, uh, they are shocking because they are like, like because a cultural shock. It's very hard to pass through. This is the
Yeah.
problem. And so this is what I used to say to them. Just learn the language. It would be the key for a new life. Without language, you can do anything.
That's true.
That's
Because in
true.
Yeah,
Italy,
true.
we have to say the truth.
I
In
would
Italy,
like to
it's
add
not
to that
difficult. It's
as
not
well.
difficult having friends. Be
That's
friends
true.
with Italians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Italians are
yeah.
really friendly. I don't know, but
Yes.
No, Italians
okay.
are.
No, they
So
are friendly. Yeah.
if you can speak their
Mm.
language, they are friendly.
Yeah, that's
Many of
true.
them are ignorant. They don't know
Yeah.
anything about your world. But if you become their friends, they will fight for you.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
true. That's true.
And then
I'm
you start by learning their
okay.
language. Yeah.
Okay, like I was saying, when we talk about integration, I
Yeah, I
remembered
would
my
like to
my
add to what you
son's
said.
school. You know,
Um,
at the end before coronavirus, they have this little celebration, and in his class they have other Africans. You know, so during the celebration, okay, at the venue, I was surprised no African parents were there. No one came. And every other parents were there with their children playing together. But the Africans, no one. It was like I was the only African woman there. No one came. And
Sad.
I asked myself, to integrate as a parent, you must help your children to integrate. But if as a parent you don't want to integrate, you're passing it onto your children. And it's only the
true,
child who is
true,
able
right.
to take him or herself out of that system will be able to integrate. But that would take more courage. So I
That's
think
true.
African
Yeah,
parents need to
yeah.
learn how to integrate. Not they keep saying Italia is a race, Italians are racist, racist. For me, racism is everywhere. It's everywhere. There's tribalism. There's everywhere. That's why me. I don't focus on racism. I don't. It's not my focus. That's not why I'm here in Italy. If anyone makes a nasty racist remark on me, that's your business.
Exactly.
You can't block my focus because there are distractions. But to
Yeah,
say, oh, every Italians are racist because of that you don't want to integrate is that's a lie for me.
it's a mistake.
That's a lie. I think
But
Africans need to integrate. Okay,
Yeah,
in terms of education,
yeah. I
and
would.
that's the truth. They don't like education. They just, I'm here for the money. Especially
It's
Nigerians,
so
it's the
bad.
money, it's the money, it's the money, it's the money. But you must understand here in Italy, for you to be able to move ahead, you need to get that education. You need to get it so that you can be able to do things. If not, those bad guys will use them as they want. Because
yeah,
when they see that, oh, this one don't want to integrate nothing, okay, come to me.
yeah, that's true.
That's the truth. But when you say this,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, your husband is Italian, oh, you don't have any problem. It's not like that.
Mm-mm,
It's not about
It's,
mm-mm.
it-
your
it's, it's not
husband.
about your husband being
And more. Many
Italian or no.
Africans they should stop to talk against the other groups, the other nationality, because racism. Okay, maybe white are racist. It's true. I admit. I confirm. But I also met many Africans say,
Tell
that
me
one is
about it.
Nigerian. That one is Nigerian. Don't trust Nigerian. Oh, that one is Senegalese. Don't trust Senegalese. That one is
Tell me
Malian.
about
Don't
it.
trust.
That's the truth.
I just look at the person. I don't like categorized people.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's best.
Italians, French,
We are all
Senegalese.
human beings.
No
We all
matter.
have
No
self,
matter. You have to
not
look
self.
at the person.
Yeah.
This is what really matters.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, you need to look
What
at
Also,
the
we
person.
should stop the
what
idea as Africans when we come to. Yeah, I want to add something to what my sister was saying. That we should stop the idea of while we're in Africa, we are coming to Europe to hustle. Yes, of course, we are coming to hustle. Hustling without integrating into a system that you
Yeah.
want to live in is zero, because at the end of the day, you go back to grade zero. You don't
That's the
have a
truth.
knowledge of where you are living. You don't have the culture, what the culture is, what you must do, information that will help you, your human rights, and you believe by hustling alone is the only thing that
Yes,
will
that's the
give
problem.
you that thing that you are looking for. That is one of the ways where we as immigrants, or most of our immigrant people, when they come to Europe, they fail. Because even when you integrate, you have better chances and more opportunities. You know
That's
your
true.
rights, you can help your children, you can
Yes,
even
that's
help people back home, and you can even, when you have problem, this problem of your passport being expired, you know that, okay, when it will expire, and this problem with our embassy goes that, okay, when it's expired 3 months and I go there 2 months before, they take it longer, then I can expire 6 months before. Then they
that's
don't have
true.
a right to say they're keeping me longer, or a
Yeah.
reason for me to say I want to pay them bribe. In that way, you also know that through integration, you know that right.
Right,
You
that's
understand? But
true.
if we hustle, I don't make this money, I won't go make my this thing. You never hear this one. You never. We won't go. We just keep moving in circles while you are in Europe. You won't even move forward. So integration is one of the most basic and important things that will help us as immigrants to also help us to develop our rights and to know so much. Yeah, that's all I would love to add to the discussion. Yeah, God will help us. And
God will help us. The
God
thing
really
is
help
that we
us.
just
Yeah.
have
But
to
yes.
start helping
um,
each other, and not, that is the for me, that is the only thing we should say. We should stop saying that, it can never work, because nobody knows. We have to try. There are bad people, of course. We are scared of course. I'm also scared, because of the past experience, because of what they've said about our people, because of what they said about going close to our people and all that. Of course, I'm also scared, but if one or two people create organizations or create awareness where we talk about this, especially here in Italy, that is kind of a mess. In Nigerian communities, kind of a mess. Nobody cares about each other. Nobody usually cares about each other. They don't care.
Nobody care. It's
very
just the
sad.
money. How to
It's just
make
it's
the
how to make the money.
It's
Nobody
just the
actually
money.
cares to educate
Mm-hmm,
another.
don't
And
care.
mm-hmm,
Martina, you said that Nigeria goes to
mm-hmm.
school more than Senegal in Italy. But if Nigerians study in Italy and run away from Italy, how would they fight for other Nigerians that
Yeah,
lives in Italy? If they keep running away,
Yeah.
how would they fight?
Mm-hmm,
everybody
How would
just
they
they
educate
just
the
want to
younger
run.
ones to stay in
mm-hmm,
this country? Senegal school and stay here. Let's
Yes.
mm-hmm.
and stay here. In my class right now, the class where I am right now, there is this man that don't know anything. Like, he don't know anything. He just enrolled in the same class as me. He enrolled last month. This man. He's from where? He's from Morocco. He's an elderly man. He's going to his 60, if he's not up to 60 years old. There is another one. He's from Pakistan. Another new one. He's over 50 years old, or going to 50 years old. He was a graduate in his country, but he is in this country. He know that if he don't get that certificate of obligo, he's not going nowhere. And he said from his word that he just brought his family here. His daughter is going to school, and he can't help his daughter to do her homework because he's not used to Italian system of education. So he's back to this school not only to get a certificate, but also know how the Italian system works, to also learn. Of course, the way he handled mathematics, you know that he's a graduate. I'm talking about he's a grad. The way he handled mathematics, he went to school and he graduated in his country, but he's back in this particular school right now. He's been in Italy for almost 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. And right now, he understands the value of this certificate. And he's in school as I'm talking to you right now. But some Nigerians will say, oh, I will jump, or I will not go to school again, or I will do this, or I'll do that. We also have to think about, like, if these people don't value our certificates, you already know that before you leave your country. At least let them start doing research. If they didn't do this, maybe if the old people, old Nigerians did not do research before coming here. I think the new generation should start doing research before coming to Europe. You already know that Europeans don't regard our certificates. So if you know you don't want to go back to school, I think it's best to go even in the UK, sir. You have to start somewhere. You have to still go to school for you to be able to work in some certain field in the UK, because any certificate that is not under European is kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, of course, I've not gone to university here to know how the whole thing works, but as long as I know, they don't regard our certificate from Africa. They don't even regard from Cuba, from some countries. Say they don't. If you're not under EU, they accept America because they've studied the system of education in America. This is how they accept it. So if you know that you're going to a country where they don't accept a certificate, have it at the back of your mind that if you're the type that wants to do a certain job, just have it that when you relocate, you have to go back to school to be able to find yourself in the field you want to. But our people don't want to do that. Most of the time, when they come here, they choose to do the work they found. They accept any work. They don't want to go back to because they don't want to go back because they're looking at the
Like
money.
working in the field, like working in the field, degrading. Yeah, working in the field. Yeah.
Exactly. And when it's late, they will start blaming the government of the country. So when we look into this, the government of the country are not only to be blamed, rather our people are to blame. Like the ones that are
Yeah.
studying in Italy, why are you running away from
Mm-hmm.
Italy if you actually want the system to change for the future generation? If you run away, there is nobody to educate our people to stay to fight because human beings fight to obtain what they want. But if we keep running away, hello, who will be the one to advocate for the younger ones that are coming up? Who will be the one to advise
Yeah.
those immigrants to do the right thing? Because you just study, you took your certificate, you run away. So I know our people study because I one thing I know for sure, Nigerians love to study. We are hardworking people. We have that spirit in us. But if we study and run away, just like it's not now everybody is going back to Nigeria to try to fix Nigeria. If the old Nigerians were to stand in Nigeria, stand and face the government, maybe Nigeria will be not like a better place. Maybe it will have been a better than what it is right now. But they choose to run. They choose to take their kids out of Nigeria. They choose to, they have the money. They send their kids to school abroad. Some relocated, leave Nigeria, like abandon Nigeria. Right now, everybody is trying to come back to fix that problem. The problem that will have been fixed early. So running away is not the solution. You have to stay and fix it. So Nigerians go to school in Italy. I understand that. Yeah, that is completely right. But going to school and run away to another country to earn more money and to do whatever you want to do, which is you are free to do, will not help the future to Nigerians in Italy to grow, to integrate. And mothers not going to school activities with their children is another thing that is bad. Look, I have a cousin, first cousin here in Italy. My auntie lives here in it. My auntie is here in my auntie is living in Perugia. My mom's immediate elder sister is living in Perugia. The reason why my cousin don't call me anymore, he called me one day or he sent me a message. He said he doesn't like his teacher. He doesn't do this. He doesn't like this. He doesn't. I was like, your teacher is not your friend. Your teacher is there to teach you, and your duty is to study. If you want to be a better person, you have to study to be able to gain what you want. But if you keep hating your teachers that are there to teach you, you're going nowhere. If you keep associating yourself to the wrong people that always say bad things against the teachers, because teachers are at the end of the day, they're human beings like us. They have feeling like us. Of course, maybe there will be a day that they are not in the mood. They're not in the mood to be who they are. Discipline themselves the way they should. People
Yeah.
make mistakes,
We are hard.
but
We are hard. We are hard.
exactly, and
I'm a
teaching
teacher.
people kids are not easy. Okay, so he said all the bad things about teachers. I keep telling him at the end of when he ramble around the bottom of it, guy, you need to study. You need to take all this teacher that out of your take it off your head and go back to school. If you want to be a better person more than your mom or more than your generation in this country, you have to study. You have to beat that lineage. You have to beat your friends because bad friends don't want you to be better than them. Trust me, there is no way you see a bad friend that wants you to be better than them. My cousin stopped calling me. Till date, we are not talking. My first cousin, we live in the same country. So this is it. If
Tessie,
we run
Tessie,
away from
sorry
a
to interrupt you,
yeah,
but I also noticed that because I met some people that say they are shy or they are ashamed to go back to school because they say, me, I'm too old now to go back to school. And they say, but I can't go to school because I, but first I need my documents. Some
You're
some
right.
guys some guys I met out of the supermarket, I always start talking to them. They are always surprised because I can, as a big speak pidgin, no. So they are always now, wow, you a big speak, no. So they always surprised, and they say, oh, can you speak? No, I'm tell them my story. But I always ask to them, why you not go to school? Why you can not speak Italian, this and that? They say, no, I need money. I want, I before going back to school, I want my documents, non c'è documenti, non c'è soldi, and these kind of things, which I understand their issues, but sometimes I don't know if they really have always these issues, or they just prefer have this kind of behavior, because some of them they could spend, I don't say 1 year, let me say 3 months, 4 months with good attitude and mindset in the school, just learn the basic level of language, and then you can start a new life. Okay, I don't understand why they don't want sometimes just spend 3 or 4 months doing something is free, because it's free. Nobody will ask you for money. So after 20 years, you can see some immigrants, they say, I want to back to school because I didn't do it before. Now I want to do it because I understood. I think you have met many of them in your classroom, no? Because it's always like that. It's the same story, always. So when I welcome my new students, every time I used to tell them, don't make the same mistakes who comes before you made. So try to go to school, just learn the language, because even Italians, when they, because we don't many Italians don't have to forget we are immigrants too. We went abroad, we go all over the world as an immigrants, and the first thing, this is a difference we have, no, from many. I see that many, the first thing an Italian does abroad is learning the language. The first, every time, in any case, they just want to learn the language. They attend the school. In 1 year, they are able to speak their language all over the world. It's always like that. It's the base. They used to complain, say, but because you are a teacher, so you want to do your business with us. No, it's, I will not earn €1 more if you learn, but
Exactly.
all the society will earn because you can speak,
Yeah.
or you will hand in the farm, or you will hand begging out of the supermarket because you can do anything. So just do a little effort to have a big gain. This is what sometimes it works, sometimes not. But
We keep advising, that is the thing. And the whole school stuff, it doesn't even affect only Africans or somebody that come here, because Italian guy that is in my class is Italian, born and brought up. He's Italian. He has a good job, he's working, but he can't get promoted in the office because he didn't have the basic. He know his job practically. Practically, you know what he's doing. He work in the mechanic. He work with a car company and thereabout. But he can't get the promotion that he deserved because of what? Because they need that certificate, the one they call scuola obbligo in Italian. Even if you come in here with your Nigerian or any country's certificates, you must write exam. If you're capable, you must write the exam that is related to that scuola obbligo in Italian. If you want
yes,
to jump, if you
Tessy,
want to work,
it's really important to have the certificate. But what is really important, it really matters, have
yeah,
the tools to get ahead
yeah,
and
it's true.
forward.
It's
Maybe
true.
you don't have the certificate, but at least you can speak, you can
Yeah,
have friends, you have you
True.
can make your relation, your networks, and
That's
something like
true.
that. At least do it. Do
Yeah.
this. Then the certificate, when you will get enough time to get it, you will do it. You will set
Yeah.
this. But the knowledge, the tools, the certification or the certificate,
Mm.
you can leave it for a moment. Then you will. It's better if you get it because it's necessary. And then you can also improve in many things. I think Italy is a country can give many opportunity if you have the right mindset. But what I really I even also noticed that if you don't speak the language abroad, you will not realize how many opportunity you have around you. Because
It's true.
sometimes I met some guys, they just didn't accept a job because they didn't understand what they were saying to them. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? That's unbelievable. Sorry, I'm speaking too much.
No, 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 no. It's
No,
okay. It's
no,
just
no, no.
what you said now about the language. We last week or 2 weeks ago, we are in this section because we are running up this test and media. So we are in this particular section where we have to start preparing for CV, which is a curriculum and the presentation in case if you apply for a job, your presentation and everything. So I remember this issue because if you guys remember one of the video I reacted about Nigerian lady saying that she had a certificate, she went to interview and she had a certificate, and the guy refused to look at the certificate and was just asking her question. Colloque in Italian, like interview, matters a lot, and how you speak also matters. It's not they don't some not most of the time they don't care about the paper you have. They care about your presentation. They care about the interview they have with you. So I remember I actually lost subscribers over that video, but it's not a problem. So this whole thing matters. Learning the language matters. For me now, I know I'm not going to look for a job right now because my Italian is still a whack.
No, no, no. No, I think
Um,
sometimes it's all about the base because
Tessy,
there are some
thanks
Italian
for having
students.
me. I have to sign out now to put my son to bed.
Oh, thank you
It
so
was
much
Okay.
for
a
joining and
wonderful
for the
time
knowledge
sharing and being
So
here.
good to
gotten.
see you.
It's good to see. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Ciao.
Have a
Good
good
Bye.
night.
night.
Yeah. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
So the
Like,
king, you were saying something.
yeah, like I was saying, because when I tried to do my research about America, United States, London, Canada, and I asked myself, why is Italy different? Because there are many educated Nigerians in America, in
Yeah.
Canada, in London, highly educated. But in Italy, why? Then I understand it's all about the people who came in. Because if you look at the people who migrated to United States, to Canada, to UK, they went with educational mentality. They went there to do
Yeah.
something. But if you look at those who came, that started the immigration into Italy from Nigeria, they had nothing to offer educational
They just
wise.
come here for the money.
Nothing, 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 nothing. And if you look at it, they did not build any strong foundation for those coming.
No, they
But
don't.
those in
They
the
did not.
United States, they built a very good foundation whereby they have Americans who respect Nigerians so much because of the
Yeah.
intelligence. And see the same mentality in Canada and UK, but in Italy, no, because of what they did. And that is what is affecting the newcomers because of the kind of
What they
foundation
did
they
and they are
laid.
the ones that are still running away. Because if they don't show Italians that they are intelligent enough after studying and they use that knowledge to go to another country, so how will we know? They study
But
and
this,
run away. So
I,
how would we describe to Italians that we are
I don't know why
intelligent?
they are running away because some when they get the document, they want to take off to Germany. They are giving many benefits. I ask myself, stay in a place and grow. Stay in a country and grow. Understand the system, grow. Even if it takes you years, stay and grow. At the end, you will gain. But whereby you just get the document, you Just 1 year, 2 year document, you're off to Germany. And then something happened again. Oh, they're off to Norway. Like seriously, I ask myself, how can they be doing this kind of travel from
Because
one
of free
point to
money.
another?
Free money.
And
we
Free
then
have
they
money.
keep
also we have also to understand that the immigration has its own way to grow. Cioè, for example, the United States is a country funded on immigration.
Immigration.
Okay, there were not Native Americans, just the Indians. Okay,
Yeah.
the most of population actually living in the United States are the son and the daughters of immigrants. They built that country.
Yeah.
Italians, 17,
Yeah.
70 millions of Italians just went to immigrate to United States.
Yeah.
Irish, Germans, English, Polish, I don't know how many, all over Indians, Chinese,
Yeah.
Mexican. Okay, so uh, Italy now has since 2000, I think since 2000, has started facing this new phenomenon, okay, of
Yeah.
immigration. So we are new in this. For example, already France have many colonies, so many people
Yeah, they have.
went to immigrate
that's fine.
to France, like Morocco,
Mm.
Algeria, Tunisian,
Really?
Senegalese. They have a lot, and they have a lot of problems
Yeah, they do.
because they created a lot of ghettos in their cities.
Yeah.
Okay, in Italy we have the opportunity to start from zero to build a better society now, because we are facing now this process of immigration. We are in the first phase, maybe second phase, because sometimes this is the way immigration works. First came men. Men, they got
Yeah.
the job. After
Yeah.
men,
They got the
they bring the families. And
mm.
after they start growing up. Okay. So we are in the second phase of immigration, that many people are start integrating themselves in this country, and many others will come. Many others will come in the
True.
future.
Yeah.
Italians have to know that many others will come,
Don't
millions
stop
will
here.
come. It's unstoppable. It's
No.
a process unstoppable, especially because birth rate in Africa is growing up, and, and they have a lot of problems, climate problems. Many will come. So Salvini, Meloni, they can talk about immigrants as they want, but
I can't stop
they
it.
will never be
Yeah,
able to stop this.
stop it.
So we have to start use
Waiting.
to say in
Yes.
our to see in our cities many blacks walking around, take our jobs. Maybe I would like to say a teacher, a black teacher, teaching to a white classroom. Maybe in the next 20 years will become a real fact in this
Yeah.
country. And this is what I wish, because it will mean that we are fine, definitely a modern country.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Italy wants to be a mother country, they have to accept the fact that they
Yeah,
have to
that's true.
accept it. They have to
Yeah.
open the doors for others to come in.
But to all of those came to this country, let me say in the past 10 or 20 years, they are growing up in this country. They will have children. They will grow their families. They will become part of this society. They will become Italians too. So it would be unacceptable to say you are black, so you it means you are not Italian. It would be difficult and hard to say. Maybe you will meet a black person on the street,
Yeah.
and you can say where you from. Maybe you will say, sono di Roma, sono di Napoli, sono di Milano, sono di Torino.
Esatto.
Eh,
Esatto.
it will
Esatto.
become a fact. This is what is a changement we are living now. So even politics, no politician, they are just try to get their own business and their own advantage to be voted, no, on the skin of immigrants. They don't even know they are talking about them because maybe they don't understand. They don't follow networks, breaking news, and these kind of
Yeah.
things. No, they don't know. They don't. They just. This is what I really I'm really sad because sometimes I know many immigrants, Nigerians, Senegalese, Malian, Gambians. They are living in this country, but as a different part of this country. They are living here, but they don't. Their brain, their mind, it's still in Africa.
Yeah.
They don't look at the breaking news. They don't know what is going on in this
Yeah, they
country.
don't. No, they
Instead,
don't.
you have to
Yeah,
be
that's
informed,
true.
well
They
informed.
don't.
You have to follow the politics.
That's
We
true.
have another problem, no?
Yes.
If you are an immigrant and you have children in this country, after 10, 20 years, your child is still a foreigner in this country. So Meloni doesn't want to give citizenship to all those children brought up in this country. How is
That is
possible?
bad.
Because they say
Fact.
this will affect the Italian identity. I don't
Because
want this because these children are growing up with our children. So they are all the same.
Yes, that's true.
If you separate them, they will think they are different.
yeah,
Instead, we have to build a inclusive society. If I say use soli, do you know what I'm talking about? Use
Yes,
soli.
yes, I know about it. Yes.
Use soli. Meloni doesn't want this law because they say no. You even if you born in this country, you are not Italian. If you attend the school 10 years, you're still not Italian. We will
that
not
is ridiculous. That
we
is
will not give
ridiculous.
you our citizenship. So,
No,
for example, you are lucky because you married a Italian,
yeah,
okay, which che saluto, I greet him, me lo saluti dopo, but you are lucky because you got your citizenship,
that's
no,
true.
okay, but for to all those could not get
Could not
this
find hard to get.
process.
Yeah,
It's a hell every day.
yeah,
Every day,
That's
because if you
true.
are not Italian, you can be a teacher, you cannot
Yeah,
work in the comune, you
that's
cannot
true.
be
You
a
can't do
policeman,
compulse
you
or
cannot
things.
be a fire guard, you can do many things, and
that's true.
we have to fight for this.
Yeah, we black has to fight for this, and the only way I know to fight for this is to after going to school, remain here and split yourself into different things. Politics, get in there,
Yeah,
get into some, enter the system, study and enter the system. Because if you don't enter the system, you'll be
You know
doing
why they don't want?
nothing
You know why they don't want to give the citizenship to the children brought up in this country?
because they are scared
Because
that
they
they will take over.
because they consider because they say and they will come and give birth to this country just to get the citizenship. You understand what
That
they
is the
say?
real mentality now
That's
because
just
the world is different now.
insane.
The world is
Non lo so, è completamente fuori di testa questo ragionamento. Come se tu ti sposti, you just move to another country because you will give birth to this country and you will have a passepartout like you will cheat on the system. But this is not a real life. This is just
they
a
have to give
insane
us
mentality.
opportunity to not
that's
put
You have
the
to
true.
give the
blacks.
opportunity to the millions because we have almost 1 million and a half youth, young people in this country, they don't have rights. They have to go to the questura
In
every year
fact,
to renew. I remember I was to the questura in Caserta because I was getting some documents for my wife, and there was a Nigerian woman an old woman with 3 children. She told me, I have to renew my children's documents. 3 children, they have to do vax. It was 2017 or something like that. And she said in 26 they have to do vax, but their documents will expire in 22 on 22
My
of the
God.
same month, and they don't want, and nobody in the public system want to take the responsibility, because after that rhetoric against immigrants, many Italians just scared, because if you help somebody in the sea, you will have to pay. You will go to the. You will be judged. If you help somebody on the street, you are helping an immigrant. So I don't like this. This will endorse hate.
It
Ok?
will.
E quei bambini che dovevano essere vaccinati, vivevano qui da quando sono nati in
Sì.
Italia, 3 anni, cioè 3 bambini,
Mamma
10 anni, ancora i documenti in questura,
No,
printed,
non va bene, non va bene, non va bene, soprattutto quando
give them
una,
citizen.
una scuola in lo stesso città, una scuola, due scuole in lo stesso città, non lo so cosa stanno facendo. Like, I registered my son to another, we registered our son to another school, and the same school in the city wrote to us that they are expecting us to come there to come and register him, and they haven't received our registration. How can you not know what the other school is doing in this Western world? That we should write to them for them to know that if we registered him in another school, it's incredible. I think they have to start. Italians has to start working by on themselves, the system,
Sì,
because if
sì.
the system is not fixed, I don't know what will happen. This whole thing is about the system. Just like me getting a Italian citizenship, and they changed my name just like that. And in the post office, they did a mess. Not only that, I went to Agenzia delle Entrate. The man that works at the front desk, telling me, no, you don't have to change your name. You have to remain. I was like, who the hell are you to tell me what to do with my name and what not to do with my name?
Eh,
I can change my name 100 times as long as I did it all documented. It's not your problem. You don't tell me name to answer and name not to answer. I can choose to change from my husband's name to my own father personal name, not family name. I did it all documented. I give a reason why I'm changing it. You have no right to tell me what to do and what not to do, because
esatto.
it's my life. So I think the thing is that Italian has to start working into themselves. Kata is always 10 years. It is limited, but you do aggiornamento every 10 years. Maybe she's not gotten her 10 years Kata di sojourner, probably. I don't know. I don't know how it works because I've never gotten it before, Martin. Anyway,
Sì,
it's
sì.
almost same thing.
Se non sbaglio, every 5 years you have to
No, there is one
de-
that is illimitata. There is one.
ogni 5 anni dovresti fare l'aggiornamento, o 10 anni se non mi sbaglio.
I think for someone that has unlimited permission de sojourno is longer. But like my own Qatar the sojourno, it was 5 years before I got my citizenship.
Eh.
It's what it is. We Nigerians, I keep saying, we Nigerians, we have to stop running away. I know the life can be somehow, but we have to be here to be able to educate, to help the younger generation of Nigerians to do the right thing here and not running away, starting life, because starting life all over in another country is not that easy too, because the world actually right now is upside down. Nobody know. The person that is in America wish to be in Europe, the person that is in the one country wish to be in another one. So we have to start learning how to live in the place where we are than running away, and we have to try to help each other. The thing is that if a child is not up to 5 years, they cannot have kata even if the parents has. Okay, I don't know how it
Yes,
works.
yes, it's true. But poi è anche molto triste quando vai in questura e vedi tutti questi bambini che
Yeah,
devono fare i permessi di soggiorno.
Chris. At
It's
least they
really
have to
sad.
look for
It,
a way.
it affect me a lot because these are they are growing
Yeah,
with this matter while their same age, their fellow friends are living a
yeah.
normal life. So I don't know,
It's kind
but
of sad, but anyway, we'll pray that we'll
yes,
put the right person at the government. Thank God the prime minister right now is an international man. Probably
it's a
he's
good
going to
man.
set a good example, you know. He's
It's a
going to
good
set
man.
a good example, definitely. So we pray he do the right thing, he do the right job, setting a good example to the next prime minister to take over. We pray so because if he's an international man, I think he travel around the world. He's educated, he's intelligent. I pray he don't fall into the ignorant one, into the hands of the ignorant one. So
Yeah,
let's hope and pray and for God to give him the grace to do the right thing, because we need the right person at the government to be able to do the right thing. But if we don't have the right person, I don't know what is going to happen. But I'm happy for this guy. I know someone that said she's
we
not
will survive.
I know someone that said he doesn't like this particular man in the government. One of my classmates, I was like, yeah, you're foreigner too, at the end of the day. So this man is an international man that know what he's doing. So I think everybody should give him a support. He's not scared to say, to stand and say the truth. He's not scared. He's doing the right thing for now. So I think we should all ask for the grace of God for him, because and also my own fellow Nigerians living here. I think it's time we stop running around and also trying to tell our kids that everything about Italy is not bad. Try to
Oh,
educate our kids in the positive way and not stereotyping, generalizing everything. Because I also hate when somebody generalize Nigerians, because there is
yeah.
bad apple in every country. Every country, no country is perfect. There are good and bad people in every country. So we are here. This is where we find ourselves. This is where we are right now. I think we should train our children, even if you have to move tomorrow, but still give your children the insight, the good insight about the country right now than telling them we will move, we will move. When you keep telling your kids, don't worry, we're going to move tomorrow, they will not focus in discovering the right thing in the country, but rather they will be looking forward to the day you will move. And for
Yes,
these
yes, yes.
mothers that don't even try to as integrate in the school, associate with the things happening in the school, that is bad too. I think it's time
Yes,
we
yes,
should start telling them to try to mingle with other mothers too. Don't be intimidated, because when they notice that you're intimidated, forget it, they will intimidate you. Me, I can walk into my son's school anytime I want, looking at their eyes like eye to eye, like, who do you think you are? You are not better than me. Even without my husband being there. I'm sorry to say, but
no,
I have
it's
stepped
true,
on
it's
a
true.
lady's shoe, on a lady's feet in my son's school. You were standing on my way. I was expecting you to move. You did not move. I stepped on her shoe and I walked past. I did it because it can't intimidate me. Of course. So let them. I think it's time they should, stop feeling, letting their inferiority complex take over them. Let them just feel free to mingle around and don't let them intimidate, because when they discover that you're scared, or that you have inferiority complex or what they call it, they will do more. They will no those bad ones will do more. They don't even care. Trust me, they don't care. So it's time for us to just start to live in this country for now, even if you have to move tomorrow, but live it and live it in a positive way. Christina, stop. I went
Next
to
time you will say to this person don't want to move, you will say sono italiana, fammi spazio, levati. Sono
I don't
italiana
know
anche
why.
io.
I don't know why they did that. I think you have to try. Maybe because of the whole emergency stuff. This is why I went to renew my test in the sanitary. And wait, Christina, wait. I went to renew my test in the sanitary yesterday, and they changed my doctor without notice. I spoke all the Italian I know yesterday. Nowhere. I don't know why. I don't know. And I don't know. Maybe you have to go with your husband. I don't know why they did that. Go and charge it to. So go. You have to tell them to. You have to request for change of doctor again and rechange it back. So they remove you. This is what we are talking about. My doctor already know my history, and they said that there is nothing they can do. Now, wow, I don't give room for intimidation. No, I will insult you. Honestly, I don't give room to intimidation to anyone. This is bad. I don't know why they do it, but like I said, every country has their own butter to, they have their own cross to carry. There are good and bad people in every country. Let's just put it like that. Anyway, guys, I really enjoyed today's chat with you guys. Having guests at the screen. I enjoyed today's chat, guys. So let's do this next time, okay? And then we'll learn one or two things here. He even intervened, but they refused. Now, wow, that is, I don't know. That is somehow. I don't really know how to say this. I'm actually still battling with my post office, so the whole situation and all that, but that will be story for another day. That would be a story for another day. I don't know why. La Francis Nami. So anyway, guys, so thank you so much, Gaetano, for being our guest today. Thank you so much for
Ci vediamo domenica prossima.
Thank you, see. Thank you, guys. Let's see. I'm
Ciao.
going to see you guys next
Buona
time. Okay?
domenica.
Buona domenica.
Ciao, un abbraccio a tutti.
Happy New Week. Oh, bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.